Okay, so I said, well, I got the cards out, might as well see if it's anything else. And as soon as I picked the cards up, I asked the ancestors, like, is there anything else, or because this is not a part 2, but I just recorded one and I'm recording again if you haven't seen the last one. And they was instantly like, yeah. And another thing, they are real expressive today, and I find that interesting. If you didn't watch the last reading, you should probably go check that one out. So yeah, they was like, yeah, and another thing. And while I was shuffling, I seen, and it ended up coming out. So I'm gonna start with that. I seen, remember who you are. And I feel this strong energy of like you needing to. All right, I had to go check on my baby. But I feel like we're gonna also take that as confirmation. Anyways, I feel this strong energy of like, I feel like on this journey sometimes we can start to feel alone, or we can start to feel the burden of carrying it all by ourselves. And I feel like what this message is about because you had back to basics in reverse. That would be the next card. And I feel like there's this energy of like remembering or tapping into the strength of those that came before you. Like there's this power that lies in culture and connectedness. And I was also getting this energy of like you may feel overwhelmed for what's happening in your lifetime, but they was reminding me that they have already kind of laid, not kind of, okay, they have laid the foundation. Like they have done a lot of the framework. So I feel like there's this energy of like needing to recognize that there is a level of head start. Like we got a head start because of the work that our ancestors did prior to us incarnating, right? And that would make sense because you have the be thankful card in reverse. And I feel like it's in reverse because not because we are intentionally ungrateful. I feel like it's more so about the fact that like again we just get overwhelmed with the day-to-day of this time frame that we are incarnated in. You feel me? And I feel like this is like, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna say a gentle reminder, but this is just a reminder, I feel like, of, let me sit for a second. This is like a reminder of the strength and the courage, because you got to think, okay, the strength and the courage of those that came before you, because you got to think in order to be to this point, someone from your bloodline has had to survive from the very beginning. From the very beginning. If you think about and process what that really means and what it is that they have had to go through over thousands and thousands and thousands of years for you to be right here in this point, you feel me? Like that shit is powerful. That shit is powerful, and it really kind of puts things into perspective, because it's just like, yes, this journey is hard, but for some reason I'm feeling like this is probably the easiest point. And I feel like that's because we're finally at the point where we get to see that all of the work was not for no reason. Like, dang, okay, so what they're saying is like, yes, the journey has been hard, but you specifically, the person watching this message, you are blessed for the fact that you get to be the one to step over the threshold. That shit low-key got me a little emotional. Okay. I'm not courageous enough to cry in front of y'all yet, so I had to go drop a little couple tears off camera because that shit really hit. That shit really hit me, because it's just like, do you know how many people have, how many of your ancestors and how many of those in your bloodline have been how many of those who came before you who had to fight this battle in whichever way was relevant to their lifetime, not even being able to technically reap the rewards. Like they had to fight this battle knowing that it may be generations before it ever made a difference. And you got to reincarnate at a time where, and it's like, they're also, because there's this acknowledgement too of they're acknowledging the role that you have played, because it's like they had to wait for, it's no telling how long. Okay, it's on one hand, it's like putting in this work and knowing you're not gonna get to see the results in your timeline, and then getting back to the spirit realm, working from the other side, and still having to wait. Think about how many generations before you, between then and now, who may have done some work but not enough, or may have chosen not to do any work at all. You see what I'm saying when you talk about generational curses? So they had to wait specifically for you to come back and finish what they started, is what I'm hearing. So there could have been some stagnation throughout the generations, which, I mean, I guess makes sense. They make a whole lot of sense. But I don't know. That shit is deep as fuck to me. That shit is deep. Like, you get to be the one to cross the threshold. You get to be the one, the first one, to technically reap the rewards of not only your work, but all of the work of the ancestors that came before you. So, to wrap it up, we got get into nature and whole self health. And I feel like essentially, because I was getting to when that scream happened earlier, even then I was thinking about like the haka I be seeing. But I just felt like that loud burst of energy was it's an acknowledgement. It's an acknowledgement. It's a respect. It's an honor. It's an honor. I feel like your spirit team is honoring you, but I feel like they also want you to honor them. And I feel like you need to get back into nature to help ground yourself. Give some type of offering to whatever it is that you believe in. But just, I feel like you need to start moving more from a space of gratitude with this new awareness and with this new perspective. That shit is deep. And take care of your body because you need it. You need it. The journey is just beginning. Okay? Yeah, even on this card, Get Into Nature, it says coexist. And I feel like there needs to be this mutual level of respect for those who came before you. Wow. Wow. You're not in this journey alone. They've been right there with you, guiding you the whole time. The whole time.